Hi everyone. It can be a scary world out there. From 1,000-pound man-eating crocodiles to tiny parasite-carrying insects, humans face many threats in the natural world, especially when it comes to the planet's deadliest animals. Some are the kind of dramatic killers that make the evening news, like shark attacks or the occasional bear mauling. But just as often it's an attack at the hands, or fangs or stinger, of a creature that we wouldn't have imagined could bring sickness and death. Big and small, slow and lightning quick, today we bring you 10 animals that if you see, you should run away and call for help. If you come across number 1, just turn the other way immediately and run. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Grizzly Bear. Grizzly bears are a subset of brown bears that range from Alaska, through western Canada, and into the American Northwest. Females tip the scales at 500 pounds, while males can weigh 900 pounds or more. Armed with large, powerful bodies and razor-sharp claws, we shouldn't have to tell you to tread lightly around grizzlies. On average, there are 3 fatal bear attacks every year in the US. Most grizzly attacks on humans are carried out by females with cubs. The phrase, "mama bear," was coined for good reason. You should never, ever approach a bear with cubs. She will do anything to protect them. If you do encounter a grizzly, or any other bear, there are a few key things to keep in mind. You cannot outrun a bear, so don't try. You'll only encourage it to pursue you. 2. Don't scream. Instead, speak soothingly and wave your arms to let the bear know you are a human, not food. 3. Don't make eye contact. Back away slowly if the bear isn't coming toward you. 4. If attacked, play dead and try to keep quiet until the attack ends. Number 9. Goliath Tigerfish. The Goliath Tigerfish is one of the most fearsome freshwater fish in the world and said to be a much bigger and deadlier version of the piranha. The giant fish has 32 teeth that are of similar size to those of a great white shark and has been known to attack humans and even crocodiles. It has only ever been caught by a handful of fishermen due to the danger it poses and the fact its habitat is notoriously hard to reach. The teeth on it are incredibly sharp and are about the same length as a great white shark. It also has an extremely powerful bite and has been known to consume prey the same size as itself, attack people and take pieces out of crocodiles. It is thought that these fish attack in a reflex response to a sudden movement or splash. It is very rare to catch one, especially by an outsider because they are found in such a remote and difficult location to get to. Number 8. Cone Snail. Though shell collectors lust after the complex carapace of the textile cone snail, even the bravest and brashest wouldn't dare get too close to a live one. Though tiny, these vicious snails can inject venom through their radula teeth capable of paralyzing and killing a human. Found in the warm waters in the tropics, they can be seen in shallow depths closer to shore, near coral reefs and rock formations, and beneath sandy shoals. But do not dare to touch the 4 to 6 inch long gastropods. Their concealed, harpoon-like teeth contain a complex venom known as a conotoxin, making them one of the most venomous species of snails. If you suffer the unlucky fate of becoming one of the handful of people ever stung, head to the emergency room immediately, as there is no antivenom. The toxin stops nerve cells from communicating with one another, so the creature not only causes paralysis within moments, but, per its nickname of cigarette snail, affords you about enough time to smoke a stick before you die. Number 7. Black Mamba. Though species such as the boomslang or king cobra are dangerous as a result of their poisons, the black mamba is especially deadly due to its speed. Found in the savannas and rocky areas of southern and eastern Africa, the species, which can grow up to 14 feet long, is the fastest of all snakes, slithering at speeds of up to 12.5 miles per hour, which makes escaping one in remote areas that much more difficult. Thankfully, black mambas usually only strike when threatened, but when they do, they'll bite repeatedly, delivering enough venom, a blend of neuro and cardiotoxins, in a single bite to kill 10 people. And if one doesn't receive the correlative antivenom within 20 minutes, the bites are almost 100% fatal. Number 6. Amazon Giant Centipede. The Amazonian giant centipede is one of the largest centipedes in the world and measures roughly 30 centimeters in length. This centipede has a varied diet and interestingly it not only feeds on invertebrates but it can also overpower and kill much larger creatures like lizards, mice, frogs and birds. The Amazon giant centipede has some interesting and effective weapons in its arsenal. Its primary weapons for killing weapons are a pair of modified legs called forcipules. It uses these to penetrate the victims and inject a toxic venom into the bloodstream. The centipede has the ability to climb the ceiling of caves where they can hold and manipulate their prey like bats with only a few legs attached to the ceiling. Number 5. Polar bear. These hulks are the largest carnivore in the world and have no natural predators outside of humans. While they tend to keep to themselves unless harassed or hungry, when they do attack, the results are brutal and deadly. Recent studies have found that polar bears' aggression toward humans is growing, potentially due to climate change forcing them closer to the humans in their midst. Number 4. African giant land snail. If size as individuals, slime factor, and presence in sheer hordes are the primary factors for rating on the creepy animal scale, the giant African land snail wins on all 3 counts. Native to African forests and swampy areas in and around Nigeria, the giant African land snail can grow to lengths of 20 centimeters. These snails were introduced to the Miami area through food shipments and smuggling for exotic pet use, capable of eating over 500 plant species and damaging stucco homes in their quest to add calcium to their shells. These monster snails are the largest terrestrial gastropods on the planet. Like a number of snails, they are capable of transmitting disease, and very serious ones in this case. A rare form of meningitis caused by a heart lungworm may be carried by the snails as a result of their habit of eating rat waste. Efforts at eradication have included the use of trained dogs. Number 3. The Goliath Birdeater. What would do if you ran into the most massive spider in the world? If you ever find yourself in that position, you can take solace in the fact that it probably won't attack you. Believe it or not, despite its size, the Goliath Birdeater is just another spider trying to make its way in the world. If you know a few amazing Goliath Birdeater facts, you might even have a bit of fondness for these mammoth web spinners. Being the biggest spider in the world comes with perks. Being bigger than the average human hand means you can take on large prey. It is, after all, called the Birdeater, although that's a bit of a misnomer, and not many animals will want to fight you. However, the Goliath Birdeater isn't as deadly as some of its smaller brethren, who pack so much poison they could kill a horse with a few nibbles. The most dangerous thing about the Goliath Birdeater is its ability to flick urticating hairs from its body at any creature it perceives as a threat, including humans. This is not a species of tarantula you'd keep as a pet. The tiny, almost invisible hairs that it voluntarily sends floating through the air are extremely irritating to our skin, and can cause real problems if they got into delicate mucous membranes around eyes and mouth. Just before we reveal the number 1 on this list, we would like you to take just a few seconds to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. With that out of the way, here's the best we saved for last. Number 2. Deathstalker. This scorpion is so lethal, it even has death in its name. Its highly toxic venom is matched by its incredibly fast lunge, which allows its poisoned stinger to whip over its head at 130 centimeters per second, striking its prey before it even knows what hit it. You'll find these nightmares in North Africa and dry regions of the Middle East. Number 1. Funnelweb spiders. From sharks and box jellyfish in the sea to snakes and spiders on land, Australia has a reputation for being filled with animals ready to kill you. One land-dwelling animal that has the history to back up those claims is the funnelweb spider, with venom that can kill a human in just 15 minutes. But other than warnings to wear gloves while gardening and to check your shoes before putting them on, how much do we actually know about these deadly arachnids? Whilst most spiders seek to avoid confrontation with humans, the funnelweb will charge in delivering a volley of bites whilst clinging to its victim. So although its venom is no more potent than many other spiders, the funnelweb makes sure the unfortunate recipient gets the full dose. In addition to its temperament, the Sydney funnelweb is well equipped for the job. It has the most impressive fangs of any spider. These needle-sharp weapons are longer than those of some snakes. Armed with these killer fangs and powerfully built, the funnelweb is reputed to be able to bite through shoe leather and even fingernails. Unlike virtually every other group of spiders, it is the male Sydney funnelweb that is equipped with the most potent venom, up to 6 times stronger than that of the female. The venom itself is a neurotoxin which appears to be particularly effective against primates. Within minutes of being bitten, the victim may suffer extreme symptoms such as muscle spasms, palpitations, vomiting, confusion and swelling of the brain. In some cases, death has followed in as little as 15 minutes after the bite occurred. So out of the above, which one have you had an encounter with? What does it feel like and how did you survive the encounter? Let us know in the comment section below. That's our video for today, folks. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't and check out this playlist to your right for more top 10 videos. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.